The weapon that you mentioned, the smoke canister, was bought in Latur by Amol. Amol, remember, is the person who was caught outside Parliament yesterday. He is the one who went and procured those bombs, the smoke canisters from Latur, but it was eventually collected by Sagar. Sagar is the man who was found inside the Parliament yesterday. He was beaten and dragged and taken away from inside the house. So that man is the one who finally went and took those canisters. They all went and they stayed in Gurugram at Vicky Sharma's house. He is the man who is being he's been detained, so is his wife. They are questioning both of them. Do remember one person, Lalit Jha, he's the person who was outside the Parliament taking videos of the chaos and the commotion that was taking place. Eventually, he went on to social media. He also went on to the Signal app. But before all that, he did manage to collect everyone's mobile phone and flee from the scene of the crime, which was outside the Parliament. So when we talk about when was this plan actually hatched, well, they met 18 months ago. They met in Mysuru for the very first time. But it was 9 months ago when this plan was formally finalized. 9 months ago is when they came up with this plan. And from there on, we do know that Manu Ranjan had also come in from Bengaluru. He came in the month of March. He had come and he had gone inside Parliament. He had in fact done that proper recce. In July is when Sagar was meant to do a recce, but that wasn't possible because he didn't manage to get a pass. He wasn't allowed to go inside. They had used those canisters. Where had they hidden those canisters? In the shoes, and that is where Sagar had gone and got a cavity made inside his shoes in order to hide those canisters. They also had pamphlets inside their shoes. Both we had Sagar have those canisters as well as pamphlets. So what they were planning to do is use those canisters. Earlier in when they met at India Gate, they had decided to throw the smoke bombs. But when they met at India Gate, they decided that they'll hold on to the smoke bombs in their hand so that they can relay that message that this is not an attempt or a scare, but this is something that they just want to be out there putting out their message. Do remember the message that they wanted to highlight issues of unemployment as well as inflation, the issue of Manipur as well as the farmers issue. So what they decided to do is when they were inside Parliament, they kept those smoke bombs in their hand. They didn't throw them. What they really wanted to do next was they wanted to take out those pamphlets from their shoes and throw them, but I don't think they really got a chance to do that because they were nabbed way before. They were cornered. On the day of the attack, it was Sagar who went, in fact, from Gurugram. He went to Anand Vihar, and that is where he went and got his Aadhaar card from. Do remember that he is not from Delhi, so he needed his Aadhaar card in order to get that visitor's pass, in order to get inside Parliament. So he had contacted a family friend who, through a bus driver, sent him that Aadhaar card. He collected that Aadhaar card, and then from there he used a metro in order to go to Rajiv Chowk. From there he went to Sadar Bazaar. That's where he bought some flags of India, as well as from Delhi Cant. That's where they bought the flags from. They then went. He then went to India Gate, met with the rest, and that's when they decided. They distributed the smoke bombs amongst themselves. The four of them then set out. Of course, the fifth person was Lalit Jha, who was actually, he was the person behind the phone who was taking the video of what was going on outside the Parliament when all that happened. And he managed to in fact take videos of the two of his accomplices who were the accused, who have in fact been arrested, who have been taken into custody. So here we have basically a plan that was made 9 months ago. They managed to get inside. They managed to create the ruckus that they did. They wanted to highlight the problems. They also did want to come across as they weren't posing a threat, which is why they didn't let go of the smoke bombs. After all that happened, of course, that person Lalit Jha is still on the run. He managed to make those videos, he managed to post those videos on social media, and then finally he is on the run.